Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what's going on? I'm Nemesis and I got my home dog here, Crypto Mikkel. Yo.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
And we are never late. I'm just saying we are fashionably on time.
Always.
Fashionably. I mean, look how fashionable we are. Look at these hats. Oh, they're so fashionable. Oh. Yo, you can get these hats.
I'm not cool and have to stick around mine.
If you can get these hats and you can have whatever flavor you want over at
really
dogelord.com.
For real.
And if you want to
This
be
is
cool
where
like
that
me,
intro,
you can leave that sticker around like me, or you can take it off.
Okay. Gundy says, "Where's that intro?" Because we missed the first intro. I'm never happy, man. You gotta have both intros, he says. So fresh and so clean. Dang right, check man.
Right.
Sorry, I mean French fries.
He's gonna have French fry breath for like a little while here. Thankfully, we can't. We don't have smell-o-vision, because that'd be pretty bad.
Not yet.
Right.
Not yet. Yeah, I scarfed down a hamburger like right before stream in like 5 minutes. I'm gonna regret it probably about 5 more.
I'm telling you, you just need to let out one good solid belch, and you're like good to go.
Yeah, probably. No, none here yet.
No protests here.
No.
I mean that's a
exactly
whole
nefarious. He says miners are never late. We arrive precisely when the blocks allow us to arrive.
Right, exactly. And not 1 second before.
I'm screenshotting that. Because that is like the best way to describe miner time. We'll call it miner time.
Yeah.
We're on miner time. Which means the block arrives when it arrives. It may be early, it may be a little late.
Right. Either way, it will be there.
It's gonna come. But yeah. Oh, I felt that one. Ugh. Oh,
Grundy's like
Don't
responding.
No, I'm not gonna poop.
Right, he's responding to the could be responding also to that smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Just think about it. You'd have to be conscientious of everything.
Gunny says SpaceX launched late too, so it did.
It did.
I hope everybody watched that.
Oh.
I watched it on LiveStream. I turned it on.
Oh yeah, it was really cool.
That way the kids could watch it.
I like the new look on their suits. It doesn't look like.
They were really cool looking suits. I was like,
I know.
That's fancy. And I was like, now we're in the future.
Right. that looked like something like some F1 racer would slap on before sitting in.
Yeah. He says they're protesting. Dang it. I'm sorry to hear that, Tech Man. I wish you like the best of luck. I hope you stay safe.
Right.
I hope nothing gets like too escalated.
And I'm all down for the protesting. I am totally down. You got a kindling box that's been smoldering for a while. You get a bunch of oppressed people, and it doesn't matter who you are. Just a whole bunch of oppressed people in one little area. AE, let's have everybody lose their job. Doesn't matter what color, what culture you're from. Let's just eliminate your job. Now you're all oppressed into one area, being told you have to stay at home, and then something stupid happens. They could have sat there and arrested that cop right on the spot for it, but no, it took them 4 days to do it. I mean, there's some things that they did right, some things they did wrong. But one thing I do like is like the police chief, I think it was of Atlanta, took to the streets, went up and started talking to the protesters.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with compassion, trying to understand the situation that they were sitting in right there.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
that is the stuff that needs to be expressed, not sitting there and hitting it with violence.
Cheesy.
I mean, that's like, I would never condone. I mean, cool. Those people that first night, they went after the police department. They should have stopped right there.
That was a little far. When I seen the video of them burning up the police station, I was like,
that would be direct retaliation. Okay, not that I'm condoning it, but they took out the rest of the city with it. That I don't condone. It's like, first off, focus in what you need to accomplish. Don't be like, I'm gonna destroy everything like a 6-year-old.
Did you see the lootings in the mall at the Louis Vuitton store? Like, what purpose is that gonna serve you?
None whatsoever.
Except for in like the next month or so, when you see a lot of Louis Vuitton going up for sale.
Right.
Like, oh, I wonder where that came from.
And did you also hear that they are using that tracking program to start serving arrests?
Yeah, what do they call it? Contracted.
The contact
arrests?
the contact tracing arrests.
Yeah.
And they're finding out a lot of them were from out of state.
Oh, of course.
So you would have had, I mean, if these out-of-staters would have stayed out of state,
would there have been that bad of a situation?
Exactly. Would you have had a bunch of protesters versus a bunch of protesters that are pissed off being egged
who don't
on?
care about that city in the first place because it's not theirs.
Right.
They don't got to go visit that grocery store later.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their grocery store. That kind of mentality. It's not theirs, so why do they care?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that if these police departments want to sit there and have any kind of
I did see that Bill Cosby. Because did you see the dude jacking some Legos from Target when they were busting open the cash registers? Yeah, this dude is carrying like a bunch of Legos, and I said, that guy loves kids. He's thinking about like future birthdays and Christmas right there.
Right.
He's like, hey, this is one less thing I gotta worry about. I don't condone that whatsoever.
Be like, I have no job.
I saw it, and that's what I thought. He says his kids be happy though, right?
Right, exactly. Be like, Daddy ain't got no job, but he made sure birthday was still here.
He makes sure food's on the table and Legos are in my room. He said, "That's my hero."
I mean, it's like, and I really don't. I mean, for the bit, these businesses, they have everything insured. I understand that. There are other flip sides of the stories of people going out into the street as the looters are going by. Hey, get my building too, right here. It's right there. Steal everything. How many of them were trying to get insurance claims?
Right,
because
that insurance.
Because
Destroy
they haven't had a sale in 3 months. They're
Dude,
trying to make
real.
up 3 months worth of profits.
Then I burned that.
I burned it exactly. So I mean, there's multiple sides of these stories that are not being reported.
Yeah. Lots of different angles and scenarios, and I mean, granted, I'm not there. We're not there, but man, crazy times. You're right.
Oh yeah,
crazy times.
And it's like, I believe that a lot of it's just being fueled by the mere fact of you have too many people out of work with nothing to do. They are just
boredom creates riots.
Well, you make somebody who's bored and pissed off. Yeah.
Bored, pissed off, no jobs.
Right. Add on a landlord that's breathing down their throat.
Let it burn it all down, drain the swamp.
I thought it was hilarious whenever they were trying to storm the White House.
Man, people were asking to get shot.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's bad news. You're doing all this with the White House.
If you're gonna storm the White House, you better have everybody in America behind you. I mean, literally, right behind you, because then they know there's not enough of them.
Yes, they did. TechMan says the Secret Service showed great restraint.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. Because they knew if they would have shoot any one of them, oh my God.
Yeah, true that, DG. Some people just want to see it all burn.
Yeah.
That is true.
Unfortunately.
That is for sure. So, anyway, on
Right.
awesome news.
Getting away from the controversies and stuff like that.
Craziness. Yeah. Tons of new hardware came out this last week. The one that I'm really interested about, he says, how about that mining news? Yeah, right. Let's get to the mining news. What I'm interested to hear about is the fact that Tim could be getting his jungle cat sometime soon. What I want to play with now is the new Pi. That's where I want to start, is with the new Pi, because I'm really interested in that because of the fact that it has 8 gigabytes.
Oh yeah, that thing is pretty sick.
Opens up a whole new capability of uses for a 8 gigabyte Pi. The new Raspbian OS that's coming out is 64-bit, so now you don't got to struggle with everything else. You can just run regular 64-bit Raspbian on there.
You won't have to use some of my setup for my Pi, because I had to make 64-bit on here because it
doesn't actually install.
Nope.
What would be cool, and what I'm interested to play with and see, is its capability to run Qt wallets. Like, if you think about it, it could become a portable wallet holder. Slap a terabyte hard drive on there, hook it up to any, you can run on Wi-Fi, so you can hotspot it off a phone or your internet, a safe internet, not some janky internet. You could run a VPN on it, you know what I mean? So it'd be even more secure, and you could be able to run like nodes and Qt wallets and some actual other wallets, like multi-coin wallets, like Zelcore, stuff like that, because all of the multi-coin wallets are mainly all 64-bit.
Yep.
Like all of them, like Exodus, Coinomi, all of them, they're all 64-bit. Only have 64-bit support. So that would be pretty great to see you be able to do that from like a wallet and a node standpoint. You'd be able to run a Lightning node very quickly, very fast. I don't know. That's just me. It won't help its mining capability. That's for sure.
No.
Like, it will not help that.
It's the same ARM processor.
All of the other stuff. It's 75.
Well, I would wonder if I can overclock it more.
I would imagine you could,
because you've got a little bit better RAM time.
You got more headroom.
But it can only take so much power.
I'm trying to see. Look for Micro Center. Micro Center sells them for $75.
Yeah, they're not that bad on pricing.
Gundy says 32-bit OS is steadily declining. It is. And it's kind of sad, because I kind of like 32-bit because it's faster, it's better to run,
and it's super stable.
Yeah, I mean 32-bit's great, but yeah, exactly. DG, it sounds great for an all-in-one baker. Yes, USB-C. I do
for
not...
charging. Yes.
Okay.
I have my Pi's Pi 4's got a USB-C charger on it. You have
to run to power. For your power supply. Basically.
Right. Yeah.
USB-C.
Yep.
It's good. I like that. USB-C is nice.
It's not for data. It's just you're just getting a USB-C power.
It's just power.
Yep. That's it. Boom.
Yes, it can run off a USB port. for sure.
Yeah.
You could plug it into the back of a computer and run it on top of your computer inside your case. If you want to wire a cord into it.
You could run it off of a battery bank.
Yep. Yeah, that's. I mean, I really like it. I really like the fact they finally made an 8 GB version. I'd been waiting and waiting. I said when they came with a new one, I said they're gonna make it.
I know, and I was looking at the AMD variants of it because those ones came natively with laptop RAM, which meant that it had. You can put in. I think the one that I was looking at, you can plug in 64 bits, gigabytes of laptop RAM in there, and that was like $300 and something for the kit.
Dang right, Bill Kraft. Says if you're down with OPP, you're profitable. Techman says I'm still waiting for a true USB to PCIe hub. He goes Raspberry Pi board and 4 video cards to mine on. Yes, that'd be cool. But I do know that you could theoretically do it with some FPGAs. If you're going to run next JTAG for flashing your FPGAs, because they would be when you put data transfer, when you're like streaming like bit streams and doing all the data and stuff like that, it's all over it's all over like USB, so you wouldn't technically need a PCIe technically. So that, but I'm sure there is other ways around that one.
Well, I mean, you could just get yourself some PCIe risers, plug in your graphics cards, because you're going to need those anyway. Then you go and you get, let's say you're trying to hook 3 or 4 of them up, so you're going to have to get 5 risers, and then you get a U-bit 4-way splitter, and all your USBs plug into one central hub. Then that will send out one USB cable right to your to the Pi itself. You just got to program the Pi to be able to recognize it.
Yeah, if you can. That's true. But yeah, on the note of like Pis and stuff, Bill Kraft said he got one of the micro miners from iMine Blocks. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, mine should be here in like probably a week or so, I'd imagine. It left UK and it hasn't shown up in the US yet, so I'm sure it's in customs somewhere.
Oh yeah, 15 days here, 15 days over there. There's a month.
So waiting on that. But yeah, my plan is to run that off of like solar or battery pack. That's my plan with that. It'd be a cool little solar miner. Had other plans for it too, but we'll leave that for a different day.
Nice. Talking about small form factor boards. Of course, I had a community member actually send me a couple of these Orange Pi PCs.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be definitely seeing what I can do about these. These are kind of like the Raspberry Pi 3Bs.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 gigabyte of RAM on there. It's got a... I mean, it's pretty much going to have all the same stuff as the Pi, so I've just got to figure out how to put an OS onto here, because it's natively got on here is Android. Problem with that is it's all in Chinese.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, so I've got to sit there and put an actual... Oh, and I guess that's like a common thing with the Android that comes on here. It's all in Chinese. I mean, it looks like Android, so if you're used to Android, you can navigate it. It's not the world's worst thing, but... What a pain when you can't sit there and be like...
it's still in Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. It looks funny. I've just got to sit there and put an actual OS on there. I could put Raspbian, I could put Ubuntu onto here. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm wondering what variant of Ubuntu that they're actually putting on here.
Nothing with a graphical interface.
Oh, yeah, no way. No way.
All command line.
Oh, yeah.
Could be used to run a Lightning node.
That's kind of what I was thinking. You know, running a Lightning node off of this thing. That was kind of my thought pattern. I've been wanting to build a Lightning node for a little while, and I mean, he did give me 2 different ones. I got a version 1 and a version 2, so.
Nice. Real nice. Dig Deep Miner says, Crypto Mikel, do you wanna give a mining frame for your next live stream? I have a AAA 6 GPU frame that I won't be using. It's brand new in the box. Like, are you saying, do I want it?
No, do you, I think he's want to say, do you want to, if you guys want to get, he might be on voice to text.
Yeah.
So do you guys,
do
you guys want to give a mining frame away for your next live stream, if that's how it looks like?
Want it for a giveaway.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
For sure. Yeah. Gladly. That'd be great. Gladly do that, man. That we can, and then because working on and streaming is difficult. Yeah, I bet, buddy. We'll do that. Send me a message, and we can figure out the details of that and set a date, and we'll do a promotion for it or something.
Heck yeah. Thank you. You rock.
Greatly appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I've never used one of those AAA frames. He says I can ship it out to the winner. Yep.
That
awesome.
works.
Great, man. Techman says you can boot an image off PXE for that Pi. So look into booting an image off PXE. That's what he says. With a smiley face. Yeah. So look that up then for yourself for that Pi. Thank you though, Dig Deep Miner. That's awesome. I didn't want to lose Techman's comment. Would greatly appreciate it.
Right.
So guys, make sure you stay tuned for this is an announcement for a later announcement.
Oh.
We're gonna have a giveaway sometime soon, and it'll be a AAA 6 GPU frame.
Oh. You heard the announcement here. Yo.
You heard the first announcement.
For the announcement.
Yeah, he says DD Wart router with a file share and running as a PXE server. Yep, so running it over that. Makes sense.
Nice.
He says the gym is closed. It's still closed in my area. That's a bummer. Gunny says this too. But yeah, he says you're welcome, guys. Appreciate it. Still appreciate it, but it's great. Awesome.
Yo, Unknown Crypto.
Oh, for sure. You know it, Gundy. What up, Unknown Crypto? He says they still ping in my account every month, though. You know it.
Yeah.
We're closed down, but we're still going to charge you because we're going to charge you. You paid for the service. It's not our fault you can't use it.
You should have came here anyway. It's like, really? Too funny.
In another note, Phoenix Miner 5.0B
oh yes
has added updated address support for AMD cards with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. So now cards with 4 gigabytes of VRAM will be able to mine Ethereum Classic and Ethereum as it gets further.
And I helped a new community member out actually get his RX 470s rolling on some of that Ethereum Classic. I'm like, this will be the test. And I was doing that like right around noon today. And I was like, hey, let me try this.
Yep.
The guy was all the way out from Sri Lanka, reached out to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll help you out. He's like, hey, I want to use Hive. I'm like, oh, thank God, I know how to use this.
Right.
Let me get that in there real quick. Da-da-da-da. Overclock it. Whoa, it's actually working. RX 470 was getting like, I think it was like 56 watts. So really low wattage, getting almost 17 mega hash a second.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad, really. I mean, if
I
you
used to
think
have
about
a
it.
560, and it's about around where my 560 got. So 16, 17 mega hashes. At like 50 to 60 watts.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Right.
But I couldn't overclock it. I couldn't BIOS mod it. Nothing. It just lived life wherever it pleased. But like on the new Phoenix Miner, this fix really helps for those who are on Windows. If you're on Windows, that's where the most people are having problems. My Ethereum Classic with 4 gigabyte cards is on Windows because Windows eats up some VRAM and your cards are no longer 4 gigabyte.
Right.
So
you got like
there are
3.75.
right. There are little like tweaks where you could fix that if you have onboard graphics. You could go through onboard graphics and fight that, and then you could technically do it. I've seen some people doing it that way, or you could switch to Linux, running Ubuntu. Just natively, you could do that. Well, yeah, natively in Ubuntu, you could actually run it. Most of the mining operating systems run Linux in a sense, in most situations, just sometimes different flavors. But they all run on Linux, so that's usually why anybody running on a USB type based mining operating system are usually good and don't have to worry about that as much, is because they're Linux, and that issue mainly affects Windows. As it gets further past like 4 gigabytes though, Linux will eventually have the issue, but with Phoenix Miner, the newest version, it might not affect some GPUs as bad.
But if you also are running Windows, to add on to it, you were saying like, using onboard, booting up through onboard graphics. But if you boot up with, if you put an 8 gigabyte card on there in slot 0 and boot from that, the requirements are realistically only for the first card.
Right.
So if you can just throw an 8 gigabyte card on with a rig of 4 gigabytes, even on Windows, it should technically work, because Windows is only taking the byte on the first GPU on with AMDs. NVIDIA, not so nice about it. NVIDIA, it takes a little nibble out of each and every one of them. But NVIDIA is a little different how they tie in with Windows.
So does that work in Hive OS? Does what work? Phoenix Miner? It should.
Yeah, I tested it with with 2 4 gigabyte cards and got a mining.
Yeah, I'm mining with some 4 gigabyte cards. That's a 4 gigabyte card. It's mining. The Ethereum Classic.
Yo, what's going
Rage.
on, my man Peter Stone?
In fact, man, this is the best tweak is 5700 upgrade with 8 gigabytes.
Yep.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right.
If you have an 8 gigabyte card, man, you don't got to worry about this issue like whatsoever.
And Bill Craft, I have not tested that out. I am running Brains OS. I'm on my S9, but I'm on F2 pool. Thank you, brain farted there.
Yeah.
F2 pool for my S9 right now, and usually it's like you don't want to pull your miner off if you're like in between payments. If I can time out the payment, I can switch over. Otherwise, I'm leaving satoshis on a pool, and a Chinese pool at that. No, thank you.
You gotta time it just right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And then I've got to wait. I have to wait like 10, 11 days between payouts. So, yeah.
Right. Got to time it just right and like not forget about it either.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh no, I just missed it. No. No, I gotta wait 11 days.
Nefarious. I don't recommend WD-40 on fans. I don't recommend WD-40 on anything. The reason being is that it washes grease away.
Also bad for silicone.
Very bad for silicone products.
If you're using like silica, like if the bearing is using a silicone type, like O-ring or silicone based lubricant, I would actually
Washes it.
It would actually wash it away, and then that would eventually cause rust. And
They make a non-detergent machine oil.
Yeah.
That's what I would be using on it.
Teflon for the win.
And even so, if you got a fan that's starting to wonk out on you, that's usually a pretty good sign that it's gonna start, that it's just stressed out the center the center shaft that goes onto the fan itself, and that it usually starts to separate the fan from the motor. I've had a few fall off.
Just replace this fan. You see, like these two fans are not the same. This is the original fan. This is not.
Yeah, they just fall off over time.
I can spin it, but it just keeps stopping. You just need to like get a new fan.
Yeah, the motor's done. If it spins and just eep, that means it's already broken internally.
Correct, Peter Stone. He goes, WD does have a special edition silicone lubricant. Correct. He goes, FXX is non-replaceable. Correct. Have to buy a new fan. Also correct. Yeah. FXX, man. Gotta love it. Love to hate them.
Oh, man. That's you talk about a love to hate them. Man, you hear about that Ethereum? They're not coming out with their proof of staking.
Oh, did they say no?
Vitalik Buterin apologizes for the the miswording of things.
Miswording?
At first he said, I never said July. And then he goes back through and then he's like
delayed.
He's like I never said July. And then he goes back through, he's like, oh, I misspoke. I didn't realize the question.
You talked about it multiple times. Like, it's not like a one time. Like, oh, I misspoke about it one time. And y'all took way out of context. This has been a multiple talked about event.
So now he's saying it's delayed. So we're probably not going to see it this year, as I predicted.
Ethereum's just going to stay what it does.
Right. The problem is and it's some of the issues.
Them saying that, man, FPGAs are going to come out to play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm going to be getting a jungle cat here soon.
Nice. Ethash. Good streams. That'd be cool.
Oh god, yes. I knew it wasn't going to happen. There was no way that you. And then whenever they were like, "Yeah, you could sit there and stake your coin," you're switching it over to a brand new algorithm, basically, and you're basically sending them to a burn address almost. Yeah, you're staking your coin there. You're earning more coin, but you can never cash it in.
Right. Nefarious, he goes, that makes a very good point. He goes, LOL, he goes, means proc POW will probably occur. Very possible. Very possible. I absolutely hope not. I mean, maybe good for their point of view, maybe, but I hope it doesn't.
No, well, if you think about it, we're all the ASICs sitting at for Ethash right now. It's sitting on Ethereum.
On Ethereum. Oh yeah, because everybody's trying to get that 32 ETH in order to stake it.
So if they move over, all that hash power is gone.
Like, I mean, they can't go back to Ethereum Classic, can they? A lot of E3s can't.
Yeah, I can't get neither one of mine will go onto it. And it's kind of weird whenever you're like looking at it too. Like they'll fire up and it'll be like 7% memory use it left. And then as it's spooling up, it'll get to a point where on Ethereum, all of a sudden it's got 32 megabytes worth of 32 gigabytes worth of free space still as it's booting up. So it's almost like as it's booting up, this new firmware is doing a compression file on it.
And now they had an update that was supposed to fix that, right?
That's the update that allows it to. It won't open it up to doing Ethereum Classic.
I've tried for ETH.
It made it work on ETH, and that was it. They said it was supposed to fix Ethereum Classic, but no.
Dig Deep says the new Inno Silicon ETH ASICs have 5 gigabytes. So will that only prolongs it for a little longer for them?
Mm-hmm.
Like another year to maybe 2?
Something like that, yeah.
Like, I don't understand. The fairy says, I will put dollars on it. That the time Frog Pow will be the October 4 gigabyte end of life. Makes sense. They're like, oh, we're gonna have 4 gigabyte end of life? Frog Pow. I would disagree with that 100%, Billcraft. I looked into Varium a little bit. I was looking through some of the stuff, and it seems like a very scammy coin. And some of the pools that are out there for it don't look very trustworthy. I won't mind sometimes on a non-trustworthy pool. I've done that before, and I paid my price. I got hash rate skimmed off. I got rewards skimmed. I will never trust a non-trustworthy pool just because it has low hash power. Because it was still paid per share, so I was still getting paid per share, but I was like, it was just bad. I totally should have gotten paid a lot more than I did.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
With the amount of hash rate that was there. And even the hash rate was still not completely right, ever. It was actually more hash rate than I should have had by a lot. Which I was like, that's not right. Because even on the miner side, it wouldn't show that. So, yeah. Not good.
Nope. And what's going on, Fang Road?
I'm very interested in getting mine, Billcraft. You can hit me up in the DM and we can chit chat about it. I'll give you some tips and what I'm doing, I guess.
He's like, got a recommendation.
Man, I'm not a recommendation for it. It's kind of hard. I don't have mine, and they can mine a lot of coins. There's a lot of different coins, and there'll be updates to where you can mine more coins coming out.
And it's not like that thing is profitable.
No.
It's a cool little project to teach somebody how to.
Right. I might use it as like a hybrid miner. There's some pools that are they're called hybrid pools, and they allow you to mine as a pool, like in a pool normally of a PPS or a PPLNS, depending on the pool, but still allows you to solo mine. So if you just so happen to hit a block with your address, you would actually get the full block reward. Not full block reward, because some people would still get a partial of because you're hybrid mining. But you would get a big increased reward.
Yeah,
and
it's
while
like
you're mining,
it's
you
like
still
gambling.
Yeah, that's kind of. I'm thinking about making like a little lottery miner. Somehow, maybe running it on like solar, so that way it's just running when solar's running. You know what I mean? And just lottery it up. Maybe I'll get lucky, right?
Right, right.
You know what I mean? I did see that he sells just the stuff for the OS, so I'm guessing you could just buy your own Pi W and do it that way. I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of like, I'm waiting to get mine that way I can fully I can look into it. Fosscoin did a little video of it, but I still want to like really see what we got and figure out what I can actually do with it, because I'm kind of curious and I have an idea in my head of brewing.
Ooh.
These is good old lottery miners, right?
Right.
He says, I have a few new packs that have been solo mining BTC for some time. I'm right, lottery miner, just maybe they'll get lucky. Just maybe. You know what I mean? Just maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a lottery mining with an S9.
No. With one of those, I would though.
Right.
You know, because it's only like 1 watt. So
Right.
if I'm using it on my own power, what's it really like gonna be? Nothing.
Right.
If I run it on like I've seen like those little battery banks, you know, like kind of like these, right? Little battery bank. That one side has a solar panel on it, and I was like, just hang one of
the
those.
lit ones, yeah.
Yeah, like you could just hang that like on like a string in a window, and have the lottery miner on the other side of it, like stuck to it or something. You know what I mean? Like, and it would just always be running.
Right.
They run off Wi-Fi, so I mean, nah, cool. It's a cool little idea and thought. That's what I'm kind of going with on it. Yeah, they're conversational pieces. It is. Really all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Techman says, what about lottery mining with one card of an S9? So one.
Just one hashing board.
I mean, you'd have better luck than like a new pack or something.
Yeah.
But you'd have, what is it? 3 times less luck that you would actually be as good as a regular S9, I guess, right?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I've seen people like with single panel solar panels, and they'll only plug one hash board into it because that's really all that solar panel's good for.
Depending on the panel, yeah.
And he had an older panel, so it was like less efficient, gigantic. So you could tell it was like one of the old ones. And he's
massive
just like,
panel and it pulls a little bit at once.
yeah. But I mean, for something like that, yeah, cool. You know, run it away.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, I mean, it's not. If you're looking for like a conversational piece and maybe somehow build it all into one kind of situation or something, but
people are like, why do you got that solar panel out in the middle of your yard and it moves around with the sun? Be like, oh, it's mining Bitcoin.
Just mining Bitcoin with solar panel.
Right?
Doesn't everybody do that? Doesn't everybody solar panel mine Bitcoin? I thought everybody did that. That was a nationwide thing.
Right? I thought it was like mandatory by law.
By law, have to mine Bitcoin with free power.
Right?
Free power for the win, right? I mean, technically not free power because the barrier to entry.
If you just so happen to
it
have it already laying around, cool. To go run out and buy the stuff,
yeah,
you have an ROI time of potentially, not guaranteed, but potentially, of never.
Mm-hmm. I mean, because the micro miner can mine like script, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you can mine some of that Lizzie Litecoin.
You can mine Litecoin with Dogecoin.
Right.
Technically, so you can do that.
Man, you would have
Bitcoin.
like, I wonder if it would make 1 Doge a day.
maybe. I mean, you can mine SHA-256D, so Bitcoin, Feathercoin, Purecoin, PPC coin, Terracoin. I mean, so there are pools that actually, if you can mine Bitcoin, you multi-mine all those coins. So that's profitable-ish, maybe. I think. I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how that works out. That only does like 291.4 kilo hashes. I know I talked with Lee, and he said he tried overclocking it but failed. But I know maybe there's a different way to go about it.
Yes, there is.
To overclock it. That I was looking at it, and me and him kind of chit-chatted about it, and he said he did not try that way. So
did he just? How did he I'm curious on how he overclocked it.
We'll talk about it later.
Man, now you got.
I don't want to ruin it yet. I want to let.
Because then I might actually, because I had to overclock my Pi, I might be able to help.
Yeah.
So.
Good. Yes.
Because I've got my Pi running at 2 gigahertz. Oh. Oh.
Run what you got and try to hit a block. Yeah.
Right.
Run what you got and try to hit a block. I like it. Some pools let you mine BTC and Elastos. Yeah.
Tech man's like Toasty Pie. Well, to combat that, that's why I have this really nice cooler on here. It's the ice cooler. Yeah, one of the better ways to cool it down. Next to, water blocking it.
Do it.
And then the Pi gets 114 hash a second on Monero. Maxes out at 123.7 hash a second. All at 5.5 watts. Dig Deep's like, that thing is awesome, so overkill.
Oh, for sure. Every time I see it, I'm like, that thing is so cool. I saw one the other day on one of the Pi Instagram channels, and it was one of those same coolers that you have by the same company, but it's the low profile version. So
it's laying it. Yeah,
I said, that's cool. I said, so not necessary, but so cool. In more than one sense. It runs really cool and it looks really cool. Yeah.
Right.
I like those things. Pretty cool. Literally.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. It's so cute. It was only $20.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
Such a tiny little fan. It's a wee little fan.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of my thought on that and what I'm gonna do with it. Just kind of maybe lottery mine it. It's a cool little something to play with. You know what I mean? Definitely not profitable whatsoever. Kind of like the F1. It's kind of like the F1 Mini. Totally not profitable. I mean, can be at times, maybe. Well, the F1 stint can be at times if you hit a brand new coin on like CKB was for a while.
Or you're just tossing it into a fucking sea of hash power that you've already got, and you're like, yep, add it to the pile. Back in the pile.
Just add it to the pool.
Right.
Throw more hash in the pool.
I mean, is it profitable to mine with a Raspberry Pi? Oh no. It makes
can you? Yes.
It makes a penny a day. It costs a penny a day.
Right. Dang right, Fang Road. Dang right. Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
You know what's
pretty cool?
You know what's pretty cool? Have you seen the 3080 Ti leaks coming out? Triple fan Founders Edition card? Dude, that's that thing's sucking some
that
power.
bad boy's gonna run.
Hot. Oh my god, if they're like, put it on there.
It's gonna need it. Are you sure? Yes. Send it. 3-fan and send it. Just to be safe.
And you know, it's like, you know, NVIDIA's like, you couldn't dial any power off of it. This is the bad boy.
I want to take power off. No, you don't. We'll just put 3 fans on it. It's gonna get hot. That's what the 3 fans are for.
Right.
Can I take power away? No.
No.
You can add power to it though.
Yeah.
You can't take it away.
No.
So you can add more power.
And it's like, and you know that they're like, oh, AMD runs hot when you're gaming. We need to be a little hotter.
Right. This is gonna take up 3 slots too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a fat boy. Oh yeah.
Fat boy. Holy fat boy.
Oh my god. And you know what? It's kind of funny because I don't know if anybody ever caught it. They had that video card spoof. It had the 4 fans, and then they showed it like with like little flame tubes in it, like it was on fire in the motherboard, playing games and stuff.
Jokes on us, it was actually real.
Right.
It was just the prototype of the 3080 Ti.
Right, dude. Oh my god.
They've got it good enough now where they don't need the flame tubes and they don't need the extra fan. But they still gotta have 3. So they don't need 4 now.
Right, they don't need 4. Yeah, they were able to dial it back, and
had a couple of years to R&D that out there.
and they needed to make sure it spilled over to the bottom half of your tower. No mini cases for this one.
No mini cases. Unless you water block it, I guess. Maybe.
I don't think it'll fit.
Immersion. Don't get immersion fluid. It'll be fine.
Man, it's like I always kind of wanted to do that. Now it's like ever since I saw the one, I was like, you can have all the fans going. That'll look so cool.
Just throw it in there.
You're like, oh, that's sexy.
I like it. I like it a lot. No. Definitely not nefarious. So sure that wasn't the 2080 Ti founders?
No. No, the 2080 Ti's, it was an accident. They didn't realize that it could still start the house on fire when they dialed the power back.
Like, I thought we fixed that. We did.
How long did we test that? I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes? Oh, no, that was long enough.
Hey, we messed up. Sorry. We didn't test it long enough.
We should have put it by carpet.
In a computer case full of dust.
Right. Oh my god.
And all you did was when you swapped out graphics cards, was you just swapped out graphics cards. You didn't clean out all the dust inside all the
Oh, that's nasty. That's so nasty when people do that. Oh, that's so nasty.
Those are the worst. When you see like the computers and they take the top off and it's like in there and you're like, I'm curious how that computer was running.
I don't run any of my filters on because I mine the hell out of mine, and so I have to clean mine out every a few months, and no big deal. But even after 2 months, 3 months, this thing's shooting dust bunnies out. Oh, dude, it's nasty. And it's because there's 3 cats here.
Immersion cooling is really cool, but you don't use mineral oil. This is even found out the mineral oil vapors are toxic. Yes. They also break down rubbers, silicone, all that other stuff.
And certain plastics.
You don't run mineral oil in a immersion cool mining rig, computer rig, anything. All these data centers don't run mineral oil; they run dielectric fluid.
Yeah, they used to run mineral oil way back in the day, whenever they were
long time ago.
First starting to make computers, and it wasn't that they were running it in there for long term. It was for testing. They were trying to hit max boost clock. A lot of people don't know this. Fun little fact. That I forget what year it was and which chipset. I'd have to research that aspect, But the first time Intel cracked 3 gigahertz on their CPU, they did it in mineral oil.
Huh.
They were like, no cooler that they have could keep it cool enough to hit 3 gigahertz stable.
Yep. Tech man. I once made a mineral oil rig and the rubbers broke down. He goes, looked at it one day and the GPU multiplied.
Oh.
You go, what's that? Yep. Breaks all the rubbers down.
Yep.
All bad. Dig deep since I love immersion cooling. I do too.
Oh yeah.
It's really great. Really great tech.
Tech man's like, wah 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 wah.
Innovative way to cool things.
Oh yeah.
Because immersion cooling has a great deal of benefits. It is a little costly, but there are tons of benefits to doing that. 3 of the major things is heat, space, and noise. You minimize all 3 of those.
Yeah, Digitech, the Digi that the tech on 2-phase is not so good. It's cool and everything, but the vapors from it are highly poisonous. That's why that they have it in such a containment system. It's all pressurized. So if you have any kind of issues, you've not only got to shut everything down in that tank, but you also got to shut the tank down, depressurize it, and make sure that the vapors are pulled out before you even crack a lid off to start diagnosing what broke down.
And it's flammable.
Yeah.
I mean, all dielectric fluid is flammable to an extent, but when it's two-phase immersion, the gases is what makes it flammable.
Yeah.
So if you crack that top open and the gases come out and you light something, there's like some kind of spark, it'll ignite it and it'll kaboom. But 3-phase immersion doesn't do that.
Or single phase.
Yeah, or single phase. There's people like TIG welding underneath 3-phase, or was it?
It was single phase.
It was single phase. Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
he
TIG
was
welding
TIG welding
underneath it,
No
and
issue.
it wasn't igniting anything.
Because you got to
See,
get
like, a little bit of smoke bubbles.
because what a lot of people don't realize
It's not
is that
damaging.
as long as that just because it has a flash point doesn't mean that it'll get to there. A flash point means that you got all the fluid, every bit of it, to the flash point. It can't be just localized. And yo, Dan
Dig.
the Dane.
Dig D-Mine says, I guess when people come over and look into my immersion cooler, I tell them it's a fish tank with no fish. It makes a lot of bubbles. Yep, no fish. Gotta make sure that the pH is just right. Smash the like button or else, says Dan the Dane. We agree. Smash the like
Yes,
button.
smash it away.
And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and that little notification so you know every single time we go live here on DCA Adventure. So most of you probably know Trading with a View has moved to Thursdays for now. Jay is really busy with some stuff from work and it really make it easier if it was on Thursdays. So from now on, right now, you will have videos every day, every week for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, as of right now. Working on a few shows and stuff like that to see what we can maybe figure out to fill in the rest of the week. So
He's gonna put a rubber ducky in it for special effects and do it.
Got to do it.
Get a mechanical fish too.
Oh, that'd be cool. Ones with some around.
Yeah.
Mechanical fish would be good. Yeah. He says add the tin and rubber fishes in the immersion. Exactly. That'd be great. Is dielectric fluid miner safer? Yes.
Yes.
Because yes, you can invent into the atmosphere safely. Single phase, you can leave it open.
Yeah. The only reason why you're covering is so that the dirt doesn't get in there.
Yeah, so if there's like other kind of particulates in the air, like
Dust,
dirt, dust,
cat hairs, dog hairs,
yeah. People wanting to get
spiders, flies.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised at things you'll find floating around. It's like, ah.
Yeah. So it's best off just keeping it covered, but single phase is completely safe. You could literally, the guy sloshes his fingers in it and puts it in his mouth and swallows it. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's safe. It's safe, but I wouldn't do it. If I was you. I don't know about it. Oh, that guy's crazy.
Right,
and everybody else in that crowd.
He might have Rona now.
Yeah, that's probably how the Rona started.
Right.
Yeah, he says I leave mine open in the garage. So, yeah. Yep. Super safe.
Right.
A little expensive, but super safe and does the job very well.
You know, they might be recommending that you use the 3080 Ti in immersion, you know.
Maybe.
They're like, yo, this thing's a flamethrower.
He says I wouldn't recommend drinking it. It's hot and it tastes like motor oil. See, now that means if it tastes like a motor oil, that means you've tasted it. So
he's not recommending it though either.
He's not recommending it. But what you're saying is that you've gotten some in your mouth and you tasted it.
Well, that's nasty.
I'm just saying. He just laughs. You know, I'm just saying, not pointing fingers or anything. Just saying. That guy, man, forever be a meme.
I know, right?
In my head, he's his voice of experience. It's what it sounded like, Chris.
Right? You're like, don't do it.
When will you give an opinion of what it tastes like?
You tasted it.
You tasted it.
Your brain put it to something. And which
really?
Also means
tastes like motor oil.
Which also means,
like.
Yo, that also means he's tasted motor oil.
Yep. Guilty.
I mean, have you gone through all the fluids? I mean, do you know the difference between motor oil and 80-90 weight?
He says, I saw it on YouTube and I thought it was safe.
Oh, you saw the same guy. You should have seen the dude in the crowd. He's like...
I hope it was the same guy. It was, see the video of them sloshing his fingers around from, what is it? What is the company?
Immersion fluids.
Yeah, immersion fluids.
Yeah.
He like swashes his fingers around. Oh, it was great. He goes, yep, saw the same guy in the convention. Yeah, that video was great. Everybody in the back, when he like sloshed his fingers around and put his mouth there, was like, I was watching the video with me and they were watching it, and I said, dude, that guy in the back, the guy that was like, I said, they work together, and he was like, we didn't test that. It's like, we told him don't do that. Like, we did not test it, but he went for it. The guy probably has cancer now.
Right.
I hope not. I'm just making joke, but yeah.
Either that or he had the world's greatest movement the next day.
Runs immediately after. Secretly, it's the best laxative out there.
Right.
They clean you out, promise.
The dielectric, dielectric Mushu sweats.
Liquid will be coming out of every orifice in your body. Vomiting, diarrheaing, peeing, sweating.
I would not recommend that. It's a chemical. At the end of the day, it's a synthetic chemical. Don't do it.
Oh man, that was the best, man.
It's like I don't even want to
for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god, yeah.
I was like, did he really just do that? This guy's an idiot.
Then we're like zooming in on a dude in the background. Check them out, dude. The face.
I can't believe he just did that. they're like, that last one they put out was not safe. I don't know. I don't know if that one's safe. He never said it wasn't. He never said it was either. This is the only bad thing about running an immersion cooler is the loud pump and when the radiator fans kick in. Yeah, I could imagine. Because your tank's pretty big and your radiators are pretty big, so I imagine them fans could make a little bit of noise.
Well, you see, that's where a little experience that I have. You see, I used to do stereo competitions.
Nefarious.
So I understand about how to make a box around a pump. That you would be lucky if you heard a church mouse fart coming out from that box. You wouldn't hear nothing. Either that, you just put the pump outside.
He has 3 sets. Yeah. Nefarious is some random sweats, and now whether or not those sweats are contained with bits of mercury and a bit thicker than usual. He says he would love that sound mod. There you go. GPU Jesus spoke. Just giving words of wisdom to his disciples. Just saying, man.
Well, whenever you can sit there and you've got, 6,000 watts worth of subwoofers, and the only thing that, and it really pissed me off that I couldn't get it to stop, was the very center section of the back window, the upper portion of the back window. The sound compression in that one little, 3.5-inch area was so hard that the molding and everything would vibrate and nothing was moving. It was microscopically moving. There was nothing I can do to stop it, but you opened it up and you would see your clothes and everything just ripple. It's it's over 6,000 watts worth of subwoofers. We were hitting somewhere around 172 decibels. And the only thing you would hear on the outside with the doors shut, windows rolled up, was a little brr, brr, brr. That's it. And if you were more than 5 feet from it, you couldn't hear it.
Tech man has to take my money. Take my money!
Right?
Dig Deep Miner says, I would love that sound mod. He goes, or give me a list of building materials. I'm sure you could DM him. You've been in the Patreon for a long time. I'm sure you'd be glad to give those to you.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice and easy.
Even if you weren't, I'm sure he'd give it to you.
Yeah, it's super simple. You'd be able to build it, I can tell you. Yeah, just hit me up and we can go over specs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Help you out, buddy. Make it silent.
Right. I'll definitely do that for anybody in the Patreon.
You should choose Trump instead. Oh gosh, damn it, then. You're not even from America. Everybody look at you all sorts of crazy. Not a problem, Dick Deep. Not a problem. Anytime.
Right.
If anybody has any questions, that'd be great. Now would be a great time to ask questions.
Thank you, GPU Jesus.
Yes, he has spoken. That's awesome. Awesome, Tech Man. He says hopefully he'll have his BTC Gator on Monday. Awesome. Any questions? Would be nice, yeah. We'd all hope our stuff comes in. I'm still waiting on stuff.
Yeah, I think we're waiting on some stuff too, I think.
Yep, printful. Any thoughts on the PSU GPU shortages? PSU shortages I have not really seen. I'm seeing plenty of PSUs.
Right. Well,
GPU shortage, I wouldn't see it. I haven't seen a shortage of GPUs. I've seen a mass increase of price. GPUs prices went through the roof.
Oh my god, yeah.
Some PSU prices went through the roof. Like some of the bigger power supplies, they went through the roof. So that I do know.
Yeah, you're not going to see a 1600 watt power supply for $200 brand new right now.
You will not. That's for sure. Dig D Miner said, so is the Antminer Z15 worth it? Your thoughts? No.
No.
Do not think so.
Uh-uh.
I mean, cool. It won't make anywhere near they said it will. It will. It will for like a day. For the people that get it first.
And that's not us. We're not going to get it first. People have this misconception. Even I know, because the batch that I had of my E3 Antminers, and I ordered batch 1. The batch 1 was actually 180 watts. 180 hash. Mine were 200 hash. Mine were second batch. Now, did I get was my choice better? Yes. But because those other farms had the first generation already rocking and rolling, I missed out on those gains. And those were some sick gains. Those guys ROI'd their units before I got mine.
Correctamundo.
Oh, Dig Deep's like, what's Miner M30? Well, I would be looking at the
or Antminer S9.
Now, 19. I was stopping on the M30 because that's Gen 1. I'd be looking at the M30++, which
wait another 2 months.
Which that one's gonna make the S. It's gonna be the first time that Bitmain's getting real competition.
Yep.
And I would
love to see the next generation of
I so want the M30++. I so want it.
I'm not an ASIC guy, but I'd imagine it would be
I'll
amazing.
turn off my S9 for it.
Turn it off, huh? Would you throw it outside and not even sell it? Would you throw it onto a curb?
No, I try to sell it to somebody. It's worth a couple. It's still worth some money, but I still want.
What's Miner it is.
Oh yeah, I so want a What's Miner. The M30++. Not mining advice. That's just what I would like.
Not mining or financial advice whatsoever. Tech Maintenance is about to get bad, guys. Hong Kong trade has fell through, and the inventory is low, and China is having shipping issues. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people don't realize why that is. China, for the most part, I think they're at like 75% back up to production. But they don't make everything there too. They still farm stuff out too. So the resistors, the capacitors, these are made by other companies that have not opened up or only at 50% capacity, and they're months
far enough away that they gotta ship them there, and they're still not having shipping between certain areas.
Right. So I mean, there are so many different things. I mean, the world went ahead and committed. It basically did a commerce suicide. Let's turn everything off.
Let's flip the off switch and find out what happens.
Right. That was not the wisest decision.
Good luck.
Right.
Dig D Minus, what's your thoughts on the S9D dual? I'm trying to get that guy up there to make one.
I need parts then.
Alright, I'll send them to you. It's not very often that I have parts to send to you for stuff, but I have the parts that you need to make.
Right, you have my parts to be able to send back to me.
Yes. Yep. I'll send you one of the S9s and the controller board of the broken one.
Yeah. so I can scrap that as parts.
I'll send you the boards too if you wanna. I'll keep the case. The case is what weighs a lot. Those fans. Those fans are huge.
I know, dude. There's a reason why whenever you turn them on, you just hear wee.
Because I have the parts. This is my little sister can do the work. Yeah, do it, dude. Seeing the article on it, I read it. I was like, that's very straightforward. I'm sure that my hardware guy could do that very easily, and then he could have an S9D.
Jeff's Nefarious is like, Jeff's got car work for me too. It's like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. EVGA has no PSUs in stock to buy. I believe it. I believe it. Because I just bought 2 EVGA PSUs today from eBay for under $120 for a 1600 watt. Nice.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. That's a pretty good deal.
Right?
For a 1600.
That came from a miner.
Nice. Bill Crafts says his first BTC miner was a What's Miner Imp 3.
Nice.
Because I got my return on investment. Nice.
Baller.
Uh-oh. Chris Anderson, so I just saw 35 cop cars tearing down the highway headed towards LA. Yeah, downtown LA is kind of going at it right now.
It's a war zone.
Yep. Downtown LA, DC, a lot of the major cities.
People have just lost their minds.
Yeah. Crypto Mining Life says I just paid $97 for a 1600 watt EVGA on eBay.
Baller.
That's a good deal. Anything under $100 for a 1600 watt, or anything over 1,000 watt power supply is a good deal. I think I got what, a 1200 watt for 100. That's
Like
very
that.
That's very
Yeah.
good deal. From a miner, guaranteed. Guaranteed. The other miner that he got it from had it underneath the bridge. I make a joke on that one.
Yeah, you did. You suck.
They shouldn't rebuild anything they tear up. Let them do without. Depends on the situation, Tech Man.
I still like this. I think it's freaking hilarious on the situation that Nvidia's got itself in with its stock shareholders, that they're now basing a class action lawsuit against them. No good. They tried to lie to their investors, saying that, yeah, mining was a fad.
You got Radeon 7s Nefarious, right? Hey, can you?
I don't think he has. I don't know if he has a Radeon. He has the.
He says this third Radeon 7 tonight.
Oh snaps!
You got 3 Radeon 7s now? He says yes. Cool. Do me a favor. Download Rave OS and try it on your Radeon 7. I'm curious if it works. Someone said it works. And your 5700s. Someone said that it works. I would love to know if it actually works. I don't have any. I'll even give you a token if you need it, like a rig token. Like, I just want to know if it works. Like, quite literally. I've been curious. He says they're on the same rig. Perfect. He says I'll do it live tonight. Even better.
Right.
Even better. I would love to see that happen. More power for Nefarious, yeah. He says he'll try. Dude, Life says I'll try the Rave OS on a 5700 rig.
Baller.
Cool. Will do.
The only thing I don't like about Rave OS is I can't mine on my CPU.
Not yet.
So I've got CPUs that have been slacking. They're gonna go back on Hive. Until I can do mine the way I want to mine, I've got to put them back to work. They've been on vacation. It's not cool.
How many cards is it, Nefarious? Like total?
Tech Man, if you're gonna put 220 in, just put the 30 amp outlet. Just do a 30 amp system. Don't even play with it. Not worth.
Just do a 30 amp. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't even waste your time.
No. Yeah. Don't. He's already bought all the stuff.
Return it.
Because I don't want that much power. It's not that much power. It's the redundancy of the fuse itself.
Right.
You don't got to use all the power. He's got one.
He's like, I only run 400 watts right now. Yeah, still. Because in case you ever move and you leave that 30 amp system in there, someone's gonna look at this and be like, oh, thank God, I can run a welder. Yeah, still better on 30 amp. You're not wasting anything really, because it's the same. You're looking at the same gauge wire. You're looking at like a 12 gauge wire in there.
So I'm trying to grab the stuff for Nefarious. He says I will install 30 in the garage then.
Yes, that is
Believe
a prop.
me, you'll thank us for it.
Yeah. Because like
it's not
if you
even
have
for the use of power, it's just for the help, just in case.
Yeah, health of the system, and then if you ever have to run something major on there, some equipment,
right?
You can. Somebody comes over there and welds something for you. You'd be like, yeah, you can plug it into really good power right there.
Correct. You plug it in right over there, and it'll be perfect power for you.
Yeah, 220 power is the way that you want to be, though. Because, like, as soon as you go to 220, for anybody out there that doesn't know, you drop your amperage. Oh. As soon as you drop your amperage, your build gets a little cheaper. This isn't financial advice. It's not electrical advice at all. I'm not certified, B. Oh yeah, dig deep. 220 for the win. Yo, most certainly. Yo, Deadwood, what's up? Kind of coming late to the show. Dig deep, this is not financial mining advice.
The best shit. Yeah. 8 p.m. lockdown for P-Town tonight. Yeah, I heard they're already putting down like curfews and stuff like that for cities.
Yep.
Someone let off fireworks by you?
Yeah.
Totally hear. I hear the.
Oh yeah.
Very faintly, but I can hear it.
They're like setting
ears,
off
man.
like a bunch of them.
I know, man. They're going at it.
I know.
Get it.
They've been doing this for. they've been doing this for like a few days. I was like, what's this all about? What holiday am I missing here? They're having fun without me. Tech man, be careful with that. He's like, gunshots here earlier.
Yeah, there was some earlier today. I heard. Yeah. Correct. So, anybody have any more questions? Now's your time.
Right.
We're rolling out of here. An hour and 30 minutes. And I'm being requested by children. For whatever reason.
He's getting the dad call.
Yeah, I'm getting the dad call.
So, anybody got anything else before we get going here? And Nefarious says he's going live on his YouTube channel. So check out Nefarious Technology, where you may or may not see him struggle.
Right.
With an AMD rig. Oh. So, everybody definitely smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the little bell notification, helps us. And share this on your favorite social media, helps us get all that outreach to all of you awesome people out there. And, of course, dig deep. Don't forget, this is our announcement for the announcement on the announcement.
Yep.
Of a possible giveaway in the future.
A giveaway, not a possible giveaway.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's
happen.
right. It's confirmed now, so it will happen.
It's confirmed.
But we're just giving
announcements. Maybe not next week. But
sometime.
We're announcing it tonight for a future
event. Oh. Yeah. So, guys, stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one. Yo!
Later, guys.
Nefarious. I saw that in the chat, dude. You think you're gonna slip that one by just because we're sitting here right at the very end, rolling the outro? We didn't see that. I was looking right at it when you dropped it. Oh, why?
Shame.
Shame.